Hi again, welcome. It's episode number 81 of Michigan's AutoTalk podcast. My name is Phil Tower. I want to remind you that every episode of Michigan's AutoTalk podcast is all about celebrating the automobile and everything automotive. We're also about helping and supporting you, the car and truck owners across our great state of Michigan, birthplace of everything automotive. And of course, if you're new to the podcast, you can hear us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. We're on the iHeartRadio app, of course, and we're also on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spreaker, and you can also tell your Amazon smart speaker to play Michigan's AutoTalk podcast. I'm very pleased in this episode. I'm going solo in this episode. We gave hosts Al Schwinkendorf and John Puick this episode off. I'm pleased to be welcomed by Jennifer Mitchell, Ford Pro Commercial Van Brand Manager. Big news in terms of transit vans, and this just breaking today as we release this episode on November 3rd, 2022. First of all, Jennifer, thank you for joining us on the podcast.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here to talk more about Transit Trail.
Yeah, this is really cool, and I will first admit I looked at this and I thought, well, what's inside? Then I realized this is a unique van that Ford is releasing. It's part of the Ford Pro division. I want to ask you about that, but it's got versatility for both the commercial market, like the traditional, really great looking and very versatile delivery van, but also for the off-road Uber camp vehicle, which you can customize, and a lot of the third-party places will customize and then turn them around and sell as a really cool camper. So it's kind of got a really cool dual purpose. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, for sure. We definitely see this as kind of a blank canvas, if you will, giving, our van lifers or adventure vanners, camper vanners, that perfect kind of upfit ready van straight from the factory.
So real quickly, I know our listeners know a lot about cars. We know that, we hear from them, but for our listeners who don't really understand, and myself included, don't know a lot about the Ford Pro division, tell us about that and what kind of vehicles you make. I'm assuming they're professional use, commercial grade. Fair enough to say?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Ford Pro is a global business within Ford. We're dedicated to our commercial and government customers. We really see ourselves as kind of a one-shot stop for our commercial customers for, of course, vehicles, but things also like charging for EVs, software, service, financing, and really just kind of looking to be like I said, one-stop shop, to be an efficient place for those customers to come and get it all done under one umbrella. That
sounds great. By the way, this news that's out today was not a very well-kept secret. There were a lot of rumors online about it, but a recent tweet from Ford Pro CEO Ted Cannis said, "From job site to campsite, Ford #Transit Trail coming soon." So there's been a lot of anticipation for this vehicle. It's a transit van, but it's a trail van. It's got some really great features. It's built for the off-road. What makes the Ford Transit Trail unique, Jennifer?
Yeah, so I think what's really awesome about Transit is we're leveraging the strengths of Transit is the world's best-selling cargo van. That our commercial customers have really come to trust. And what we're doing is building on that and making this vehicle just really it's more off pavement capable. It's got a more rugged appearance than our base level Transit. Tons of standard technology, and then purpose built for our adventure van customers in mind. There's a bunch of unique content that you won't find on our commercial platform, and those things include we've lifted the vehicle about 3.5-inch body lift. We put some bigger all-terrain tires on the vehicle. It'll have a unique grille, the front fascia with a skid plate style front bumper. So a lot of great kind of more rugged appearance to this vehicle, and other things, that we have already in our platform, but we think will be great to bring to our adventure van customers, things like standard swivel seats. So the front driver and passenger seats swivel. So you go from driving to turning around and being in your living space. And so just a lot of that great content, bringing in our technology and safety features that, for people that are on the road will just, I think that'll be great from a safety peace of mind, but also from a a comfortability and an ease on the road with things like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, all of those great safety and technology features.
Yeah, a lot of great technology built into a big but fuel efficient vehicle. I mean, the fuel efficiency is built into the 2023 Ford Transit Trail van as well, right?
Yep, this will come standard with our EcoBoost engine, so it'll give plenty of power and capability to those customers, and standard all-wheel drive as well. So certainly, we see this going from, off the highway and getting those customers kind of to their base camp or to their adventure, whether they're biking or hiking, canoeing. The Transit Trail can kind of serve that base camp and just be that place that they come back to at the end of the day.
And it's got towing capability as well, right?
Yep, it'll come standard with our towing package. So, we'll find, people will use that for all of their adventure toys, applications, towing ATVs or, putting a bike rack on the back of the vehicle. So, yeah, that's also packed into the standard content.
Yeah, and this comes, and it's important for our listeners to know this. And by the way, we want you to know we're speaking with Jennifer Mitchell, Ford Pro Commercial Van Brand Manager, and she's with us on Michigan's Auto Talk podcast. This comes essentially as a shell. There will be some options on the vehicle, but then the customization will have to happen in the aftermarket. There will be commercial buyers for this van and ultimately private buyers for this van as well. Fair enough to say?
Yeah, we really see two target customers for our group. We see, kind of those do-it-yourselfers, and they're folks that we really did reach out to. We did some focus groups with them to really find out what, things we could do on the vehicle to make it out of the gate from the factory, ready to go for whatever, to your point, upfits inside, the blank canvas that will await them. As well as we recognize we'll have some customers who will go the route of working with a builder and kind of go that pre-built route and, work directly with them to kind of bring to life their vision as well. So we certainly wanted to talk with both of those groups, and we found a lot of great things that, hey, they told us, you can do that functional stuff or even that scary stuff, cutting a hole in the roof of your vehicle to put a much needed, fan in the vehicle could be really scary. I just bought this brand new van. Now I got to do what? I'll cut a hole. So we thought, hey, what if, we could do some of that work for them and keep it under our Ford factory warranty, as well as, keeping it to the standards of safety and durability that Ford adheres to. Okay.
You just really piqued my curiosity, Jennifer. So if somebody does need to put like a cooling unit on top of it, there's a prefabricated area to cut out or pop out? How does that work?
So we'll actually, from the factory, there's a roof vent fan. So we'll install the fan, cut the hole, and install the fan for customers if they option into that.
Wow. Yeah, that's very cool. I mean, I love what you were saying. This is essentially a turnkey canvas right from the Ford factory. And, I didn't realize this. I think somebody had told me this a long time ago, but not only are motorhome dealers looking for a great vehicle like the 2023 Ford Transit Trail, but there are a lot of do-it-yourselfers out there, people a lot more brave than me. I mean, there's an incredible customization aftermarket for these great kind of transit vans, isn't there?
Yeah, no, we definitely see those do-it-yourselfers as being a big customer market for us. They really look to, suit the van to just what they need. Some are going to be van lifers and living full time in their van. And so they need a very different setup, maybe kitchens, even a small bathroom, a bed. And then you've got like the weekend warriors who might be, taking dirt bikes or bikes or things out to the trail. And, their needs might be a little less or different. We're kind of level setting so that those folks can take the van and run with it and, make it their own and very much getting those base level content and features that they need. And then, we're just excited to see what customers start doing with the vans. And, this is a very exciting time for us. And I'm sure we'll get to see lots of those builds as they come through.
It's really cool. Jennifer Mitchell is with us, Ford Pro Commercial Van Brand Manager, as we're talking about the 2023 Ford Transit Trail, just out today. At least the news of it is out, and I think I'm picturing this thing. This would be the envy of every Michigan football tailgater or Michigan State football tailgater, any tailgater across the country, this thing would be amazing. Speaking of customizing it for, like you said, weekend warrior, that super football fan that, goes to a college game on Saturday and a pro game on Sunday. This would be a great van to do it in, Jennifer.
Absolutely. And the ease of parking a Transit, it's easy to drive, easy to park. So we think that, it'll lend itself to many different applications and uses.
When will customers be able to, or at least interested parties, be able to find out more about ordering one of these, or at least beginning the process?
Yeah, so order banks are open on Thursday, November 3rd. So we'll have, all the goodness on Ford.com and FordUpfits.com for customers to go out and learn more and then work with their dealers to place orders. And
we will have, pictures of this, of course, on our Facebook page and on our Michigan's Auto Talk podcast website. We'll also have a link so you can learn more about the 2023 Ford Transit Trail Van. We have learned a lot, and Jennifer Mitchell, Ford Pro Commercial Van Brand Manager, thank you so much for enlightening us. Really enjoyed your time with us.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I'm super excited to share a little bit more about Transit Trail with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good luck with everything. It's going to be definitely a trendsetter in the market, and I'm eager to see how these are going to turn out once they're customized. The 2023 Ford Transit Trail Van out as we release this episode on Thursday, November 3rd. That'll put a wrap on this episode 81 of Michigan's Auto Talk podcast. Host Al Schwinkendorf and John Pewlett will be back next episode. I'm producer Phil Tower. As always, thanks for listening.